The people who will suffer more are the majority of the poor women, poor children, old people, and the youth, who in fact will be the main bulk of people who will die in the event of a crisis. So they should consider and weigh everything they say, everything they do in the interest of the peace of the country.
Some have said that one of the biggest problems of the political class is, as you said, most of them, for many of them, politics is a career, is the first job. Should this be?
It shouldn't really be. Some of them, a good number of them are professionals. But maybe the type of politics we are playing in the country makes it the way it is, that it's not part-time. Maybe if it is done part-time, there will be less bitterness, there will be less type of, what will I call it? People will be less enthusiastic about money, about power, about everything. They will be willing to serve.
There won't be this much desperation.
Yes, all this desperateness will disappear. Not completely, but you will still find that the tempo won't be the way it is now. As it is now, it is ruthless, is completely, they don't tolerate or want to stomach any objection to what they think or what they do.
How can religious institutions be a counterforce to the political class?
Well, the first thing that can happen is that the religious class must watch its steps first. They say, physician, heal yourself. If within the religious class we have people who are very, very anxious about certain things, about their own personal advancement, about money, definitely it will be difficult for them to make any impact in restraining the political class. But I believe that if the religious leaders are credible in their behavior, are trustworthy, are morally sound, then they will have nothing to fear in speaking to the political class, encouraging them to behave and to behave properly in the interest of the larger society.
Talking about which, has been this righteous anger among the populace against men of God who embrace worldly riches like private jets and what have you. Where do you stand on that debate?
You see, the issue about wealth at a point, or let me say, we branch out into this new thing that has, well, let me say, coming from the United States. It's not part of the way we started. It was not part of what the missionaries delivered to us. But all of a sudden, this teaching on if you follow me, you become wealthy. If you follow me, you don't, within 6 months, you don't have a Mercedes, then that is not my God. You either change the church or the church will change you. Something like that, you know. At best, it's a half-truth. Half-truth in the sense that it is true God is the owner of everything. God is the owner of the universe. The oil we are harvesting in Nigeria and selling in the international market everywhere and making a billions out of it is God's property. So God is rich, stupendously rich. So his children also are rich people. We are princes, we are princesses. But that does not mean that there are no morals, no moral underpinnings. Everything is okay. And people can even steal and do Thanksgiving. You know? It's not right. And then that's not all. It also goes to expecting something that is not okay for you. Some people have not served for 3 years after graduation, and they think that Maybe if they give them an appointment of a permanent secretary, it's a miracle. It's okay. Now, number one, I lack the experience to fulfill that office. But he may be praying for it. And then a young man coming out of university, after youth corps, he wants to get a contract of 500 million. This is inordinate. And it will destroy that life rather than build it. So all these things, the influence of you have to get it, you get the money, you get it, it is a blessing to you, and so on and so forth. And let us not make the mistake. The scripture says the poor you always have with you. There is no way you are going to organize society that some people will not be richer than others. Even in the so-called rich countries, there are still poor people. They sometimes cover their own weaknesses and come here and be pontificating. And they make us listen and try to humiliate us just because they have the microphone to speak to us. So I think that to counter this type of thing, religious preachers and teachers must preach what is noble, what is helpful, what can build human being, what is realistic, what is biblically acceptable. To picking one or two verses somewhere and using them with total disregard to what other passages say.
To the context in which that passage is found.
Yes, it's not okay. It's not okay, and it's destructive, more destructive than